shad getting eaten by bass. If you're just, I'd reel in and throw it right on top of them. What's up? I'm on Lake Toho today. It's cold for me. It's not cold for these guys because they're ice fishermen. It's Ryan, ice fishing. He's on the 13 fishing, ice fishing team. These guys been out with me a bunch of times. They're known all over YouTube from a bit. No, I'm just kidding. We're on Lake Toho. We had a cold front come through. It is cold for me, not for them. We're on a shell bed and the fish are starting to school. Caught a big one yesterday when I wasn't filming. Seems to be how it happens now. We caught one a little over 8 pounds out here that looked like it was post spawn already, and we're only in the first week of January. But we're out here all day and I think they're gonna bite pretty good. We're gonna do a bunch of different stuff. We're gonna get back in some grass, see if we can find some fish up cruising, and we're gonna be offshore like usual. So see if we can get, Ryan never catches anything when he's out here, so we're gonna try and put him on a fish today. They're on these shell beds all year now. And there you go. Decent? Or just another one?
Well, they all feel decent here. They fight way harder than... Oh shit. Look at the clients. I'm that guy. I'm that guy today.
So I hope all the people at 13 Fishing who also know Ryan see what he just did, and if he makes any warranty claims with any of his rods,
this is why
you'll get to see what he just did. No, that probably broke because it's probably been slapped up against those talons 4 or 5 times.
It's a weird spot for it to break too,
because people some of my customers set the hook into the talons repeatedly, and so I'm not surprised that it broke. So that was Ryan's fault. And Ricky, please send me another rod to replace that. All right, so we're in our second spot of the morning. We started out on a shell bed and we caught a few little ones. That was it. But yesterday we had completely different weather conditions, and we get in there and catch an 8.2 and a 4.5 and a couple 3s, and they bit in there till 9 o'clock. Today they actually only bit for about 45 minutes. And one of the reasons I'm doing this video is because I get a lot of people asking me right now with all these big tournaments coming up, you know, how do you fish Lake Toho in the Kissimmee Chain in January? And I don't really have an answer for that because it's just completely different every day. Yesterday it was cloudy and we had some rain in the area and the wind was blowing 20+ miles an hour. Today, and it was 2 days ago, it was 80 degrees. Today, or this morning, it's 49 degrees, bluebird skies, and the wind's blowing nothing. And we're fishing out in the middle of nowhere. We were on a shell bed before, now we're in the middle of nothing. We're gonna fish some hydrilla later. We're gonna be back in some lily pads with scattered hydrilla. Probably fish some outside grass lines. It's just different every day. If you had to practice for a tournament right now, you'd probably be better off not practicing and just going out and practicing during the tournament. But we're in spot number 2. As soon as we got in here, he throws a worm out and breaks one off. And I'm sure it was probably over 9 pounds. We don't know. But we're gonna keep plugging along. I think we caught, what did we catch, 5 or 6 on the shell bed? Caught 5 or 6 on the shell bed. We didn't have anything over 1.5 pounds though. Where yesterday we could have sat there and maybe had 20 pounds off of it. Very unpredictable this time of year. But I would say the best pattern for fishing Toho in January is to put your boat in the water with a full tank of gas and about 15 rods on the deck of the boat. So that's kind of what we're doing today. Be nice if one of you guys set the hook right now.
And then the week they were gone, it was like 40 almost.
Got him? Yep. Out in the middle of nothing on a worm. Oh, that's not a bad fish. See, that's the thing out here is there's not a lot of small ones. I mean, that's not a giant, but it's bigger than anything else we caught.
Don't look huge to me, but maybe that's good.
Not good.
Oh, that's a pretty nice one.
That's a real nice
he's hooked.
Oh shit.
So, this is how crazy Lake Toho is. We're literally in 6 feet of water or nothing. There's bait all over the place in this unknown spot. And we catch this fish, which is probably, I don't know, 4.5, 4 3/4 on a worm in the middle of nothing. So good luck practicing for that MLF and FLW coming up. And that's how you fish the Kissimmee chain. You turn your brain off and come out and cast all over the place. Here in brush.
Yep.
Feel it. I did a video last year and the guy caught one that weighed about 6 pounds and it had probably a 12-inch crappie sticking out of his throat. All right, so we're in our third spot. First and second spots didn't work out too well. Now we're fishing a combination of a brush pile and a shell bed and some hydrilla. We have no wind, so we're stuck kind of throwing a worm right now. And still think the fish are gonna wake up. But just another normal confusing day on West Lake Toho. Only one good fish so far, about that 4.5 pounder. And that's it. Got him?
Yep.
That was in hydrilla.
He hit it good too.
Not the size we're looking for. See if we can catch more than one here. Was that a scoreable fish?
Probably.
Probably.
Did you let it sit all, or he's smoking on the
So we fished a shell bed in 5 feet of water. We fished sand nothingness in 5 feet of water. And now we're in 7 feet of water and scattered hydrilla. And we've managed to get bit in all those places. And all the bites so far have been on a worm, mainly because it's calm. If the wind will blow, which I can't believe it's not blowing, 2 days after a front, we're usually sitting in like 20-mile-an-hour winds in these kind of conditions, not 2. Put Champlain with those Kitech jigs. With, right there. Guy's duck hunting right there.
Where is he?
Right there.
where that white buoy is.
See where the white shiner pull is?
Oh,
See
I
him?
just saw him moving down. Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, I don't want to fish here. They'll turn and fire right over top of us. I've had shot rain down on my boat before. Like he's kind of doing. See? What the f are you shooting at?
I don't know what he's shooting at.
I saw one, I think, in the water. Not, oh. He shouldn't be doing that.
So I tried fishing spot number 5, but we have one of our pro duck hunters here on Lake Toho. We don't even see a duck flying, but he decided that he was going to turn and start firing right towards us. And he's got a gun in his boat and we don't, so we're going to move because he's a lot cooler than we are. That last shot when he fired right over our head. That way.
Oh, did
Yeah.
Yeah.
He shot one that way, one this way, then one over this way. Turd. Yeah, so now we're on spot like 7. The last spot, we only got a chance to make a couple casts, and there was a duck hunter nearby. Most of my videos, if I'm doing how-to segments and stuff like that, it's how to fish, but this one has something to do with duck hunters. I'm assuming the guy could speak like normal people, but he was hidden in the bushes like Rambo, and he thought the only way he could inform us that he was about 50 yards from us was to blast a few shotgun shells over our head. Instead of going, hey, I'm hidden in the weeds duck hunting, which would have been the most civil way to do it, but he had to stand up and shoot it in the air 3 times. So we left because I can't throw these rods very hard at people. But that's not cool to do that kind of stuff. I don't have anything against duck hunters. I've been duck hunting, it's fun, but you can always go, hey, I'm hunting here. And I would have left anyway. You got him? Yep. Ain't bad fish. Did you hit it when I was on the bottom or when it was like a...
No, right as I hopped it. So yeah, I mean, close to the bottom.
I'm gonna take a picture of your biggest fish so far.
Let's see. Decent. Not a giant. Not a jaint. Nobody's shooting at us. We're just fishing hydrilla. I call this dumb fishing. Call this dumb fishing. Casting a grass line.
There you go. Jeez Louise.
Out in the middle of nothing? Oh, it's a mudfish. Oh, a mudfish.
You caught a dogfish?
Yeah.
A dogfish, a grinnell, a shoe pick. Shoe pick's the old, all my Cajun customers.
I thought you had a giant bass on.
Oh, so did I. I was like, oh.
You want to lip them?
No.
Hate these things. You know what my Cajun customers say when they catch these? Them eat good. Look at that mouth. Alright, dude. Come on. See how he keeps spinning around the other way than I want him to? There, right there. Stay right there. No, I just need to get the hook. Yeah, don't grab him. He'll smell your hand up forever. This thing smell like you'll be smelling it tomorrow. There's a mudfish. Still bent your hook up. I'm just gonna get you a new hook. Okay. Once you try and bend them back. Got him? What? Oh, I got my rule of treble hooks. Even if Van Dam was on my boat, I don't let people grab treble hooks.
Oh.
Because I'll throw up if I have to do one out of your thumb. I did in the last video I did, a guy in the back caught a fish the same time I did and he took the hook out. And like 3 people commented that he broke your rule. Which I thought was funny.
You smoked that thing.
Yeah, last year a guy landed a fish and because he said he didn't need help. And he stuck one all the way under his thumbnail. And I had to yank it out. And I decided I was reinforcing my rule. It's my KVD rule. Even if KVD was on the boat with me, if we were using treble hooks,
which he probably would be,
I would be pulling it out for him. So we are out of here for today. Wasn't that great of a day? Fish never got real active. I don't know how many we caught, maybe 15 all day. Did we catch 15?
probably.
Maybe caught about 15 all day. It was an eventful day. We caught a big mudfish. Ryan got hit in the neck with a weight. A duck hunter shot over top of us, and no, I'm just kidding. It wasn't that eventful of a day, but we had a good time. We did a whole bunch of stuff, but we didn't have enough wind to do anything exciting like spinner baits and rattle traps and stuff like that. We did for a few minutes and caught a little tiny one on a jerkbait, but we had to throw this worm all day long, and that was it. You know, who knows what it's going to be like for these MLF guys when they come at the end of the month, just a few weeks from now. They get a day like yesterday where we whacked them, or is it going to be Bluebird skies? We'll see. See you next time.